join again. Oh, dear me. There we go. There we go. It's just Gav being Gav. It's just Gav being Gav. There we go. Should be interrupted now. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here on another GavsWeatherVids live stream. Going live across YouTube and live across the world. It's GavsWeatherVids for a Wednesday evening. We're at 31 concurrent viewers. We've got 9 likes on stream. So please smash the like button, everybody, if you enjoy the live stream, even though I've only just started with this live. So we're going to be going for a toss. We're going to be going for a toss, and we're going to see what Twelves has got to say. And well, it's all looking a bit grim, I have to say. If anybody wanted cold. For anyone who wanted brutal cold conditions for the end of January, it's all looking a little bit grim. But anyway, we're going to go through the data in a moment. It looks as though a big area of low is going to like just blast our Scandinavian, our fledgling Scandinavian. Oh, let's put your hood down. Oh, like Darth Maul. No, looks like a big low is gonna like just blow our fledgling Scandinavian high away when we get into next week. So instead of those long easterlies from the Urals and whatnot, it looks like we're going to be having westerlies from well, not from the East, it's not going to be overly mild, so don't run away with the idea, but like we're heading for like a really, really mild spell of weather. It's not going to be like that, but it is going to be a westerly, I think, next week. It's going to be Atlantic driven, and so therefore it's not going to be especially cold. We may get like a little bit of a dose of snow sometime around Monday, Tuesday, if we get enough of the cold air in from the east, but I think it'll be in and out, you know, in and gone very quickly. So all in all, looking quite disappointing for everybody wants a cold end to January. Looks like it's been led up the garden path, particularly by the AI runs. Don't know what's happened there. So it looks like we're going to have to wait a bit longer, maybe, to get a proper easterly through. Now, we have got hints of a sudden stratospheric warming mode into early February within the GFS anyway, so I'll have a look at that as well. We'll be here about half an hour, 45 minutes. It's not going to be a particularly long stream, but I want to do a quick live stream for you tonight as we have reached the milestone of 21. Let's just push this over. What are you doing with your hair, Gav? 21,000 subscribers. Laura, hi everyone. Is it going to snow? Probably on the Scottish Mountains. Don't be anywhere else at the moment. But time will tell. No, we've hit 21,000 subscribers a couple of nights ago, so I wanted to do like a 21k celebration live stream. I thought that would be quite fun to do that. So yeah, we're gonna be celebrating 21k for GavsWeatherVids. Unbelievable milestone. I never thought I would have a channel with 21,000 subscribers. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, everyone, for getting us to 21k. It's been a long time coming, this. It's taken a long time to go from 20 to 21k. We reached 20,000 subscribers back in June last year. So it's taken like over 6 months to get us to 21k, but we've reached it now, so we're going to enjoy the success, and then I suppose we'll be pushing on, getting back on the grind to 22k. I don't know. Kieran Bushnell, Gab, but 12s are looking a bit pants. I know, my friend, but please go through the Strat GFS. I will, as there are still some awesome PB splits showing, so February could still be decent. I still think there's more to come. for this winter. I don't think it's over yet. And I don't know about you, and I'm not usually one to blow my own trumpet, but I think the GavsWeatherVids winter forecast is doing quite well this year because, we said that there's going to be a mild December, generally, that verified. We said watch out for higher pressure, drier and colder conditions setting up around Christmas. We said for New Year, early January could turn very cold. We was unsure how far north the high pressure would go. Would it be like a mid-latitude high, but just brings frost and fog? Would it go far enough north to bring, proper long-fetch easterly and northerly winds and bitterly cold weather? And that's the dilemma that the models are continuously playing around with. And we said don't rule out the chance of some, very, very cold conditions, but it's not expected. And I think all of that is what the models have been playing around with. So I think, Sam, I'm gutted, but the ECM is still just hanging on to it, just by its fingertips, maybe, just clinging on. A bit like me. Clinging on to my wreckage of the Easterly. No, I think GavsWeatherVids winter 2025-26 forecast is doing quite well, and I think there's more to come for this winter. I think if we get that, so we're trying to get, I've explained this in my 1040 day, we are trying to get a Scandinavian high without having an SSW preceding it, and it's always difficult to do that. We can do it, it has happened in the past. You don't definitively need an SSW to get a Scandi, but it's certainly a lot helpful if you can have one, particularly a split type of them, and a proper SSW. So if we pull off this SSW, Kieran was just telling us about, if we get that going into the early part of February, the beginning of February, then I reckon there is still more to come for this winter. And I won't be at all surprised if we get necessarily, because we see a preponderance, is that a word, to northern blocking through this winter. It's been an ever-present, feature coming and going since about Christmas. The high pressure is wanting to go north. It's wanting to bring in those northerly and easterly winds. So I reckon, if that's the way the atmosphere is going, if we get SSW tips us over, the edge, I wouldn't be at all surprised if we was to set a severe spell of cold weather at some point in February. I don't think this is over and done with. I don't think, it's all over for this winter by any means. In fact, winter may not even have really begun. So hang in there, I would say, coldies, hang in there. But we're going to go through the data a little bit later on. Neil saying, Neil 7245, winter's around the corner now. Blimey, we'll have a look, my friend. We had a big blast of winter in the new year, though, didn't we? But we're going to have a look in a moment and see what's going on. We're hovering around 60 concurrent viewers. There's 20 likes on stream. Good, smash that like button. Everybody, I'll let YouTube know that you're enjoying the live stream. Be absolutely amazing. Send it! Matthew saying, end of February cold was my guess, but I don't know. I think it could happen earlier than that. If we get an SSW in the first week of February, it could be as early as Valentine's that we are freezing cold. I think we'll probably get a very quick tropospheric response because we're seeing that, preponderance. Is that a word? Preponderance. Tell me if that's a word, somebody. You know what I mean? We're seeing they're actually wanting to do that. We're actually wanting to send that high pressure north to Greenland. It's wanting to send the high pressure to Scandinavia. It has done it at one point again, that first week of January, or in the first week of January. I reckon if we get a proper SSW split type event, we will get a very quick tropospheric response, and it could be one that becomes very, very cold very quickly. So, I'm putting my neck on the block with this, and if it doesn't work out, then I never said anything. Anyway, I'm going to go through the live chat. Raymond Cotswolds, Asia Major, congratulations, Gav, on 21k. Well done. Thank you so much, my friend. It's incredibly kind of you. We have hit 21,000 subscribers. It's absolutely amazing. and unbelievable. Sam Parker, 100% agree, Gab. We know how quick models can change. Winter's certainly not a done deal. I don't think it's done by any means. Music Dude, like everything else, SSW probably won't verify. That's the question, isn't it, my friend? I think we will get an SSW, but it might not happen early February. It might be later in February. I think February, again, is one to watch from a strat type point of view. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. So, Super Chat is enabled on the live stream. If you want to Super Chat, it'll flag up your comment. You'll definitely get a reply and a shout out from Gav. And that's one way of doing, supporting the stream and supporting the channel. You can also give a donation through our PayPal page. There it is, just there. And, if you do that, you're going to get a shout out in 10 to 14 days as well. It's all helping to pay for the videos and content, etc., etc., etc. And again, I thank you all so much for doing that. Johnny saying East Central looks to have gone back to cold. Sending! Below southwards, is it? Right, okay, so that's another twist in the plot there. East End performing very, very badly, though, I have to say. I have never known the East End to be quite as well, I won't say unreliable because it's all forecast data, so we can't say it's unreliable, but I've never known the East End to be swinging so wildly from run to run with its operationals. It's almost as bad as like the GFS at the moment. So I don't know what's going on with the EC, but it would be nice if it would settle down. Liam Babington Hodge, if I do well in my exam next week, then we'll have Carl Bedbury. I'll cast a spell. Good luck, my friend, but you're going to blitz them. You're going to ace them. I know you will. Right, let's start going through the live chat. We're at 21,000 subscribers. It's unbelievable. Thank you so, so much, everyone. Get us 21,000 subs. We're 81 can cope you as well. With 28 likes of stream. Please smash that like button, everybody. And let you know, enjoy stream. Can we get to 100 likes, even though the brutal cold end of January has been cancelled? First person in was alive. He's going to be a bit of a troll with that title and thumbnail. I don't know. That's it. Hello to Daniel Bradley. Good evening to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being on the live. Like, lol, Gav. Can't we cancel the Maya weather for once? It got cancelled in the new year, didn't it, Dan? Hope you're doing okay, my friend. And congratulations on 21k subs. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing okay. I am Blob. Or is it shifting to another day? Questions. Alex Lang. It will still be cold, though. It's not going to be mild next week. We're not going to be bringing up like long fetch southwesties from the Azores. We haven't seen any of that really, have we, since early December? So we haven't been doing bad for chilly weather, but like it's not going to be very cold, with those Easters. I don't think, anyway, unless there's a late minute flip and switch. Hello to Sam Parker. The models look cold, but not cold enough for snow for lowland southern England. Never is it? Sam saying, I think winter's not done yet. It's a month since astronomical winter started. It's been an interesting winter so far. It certainly has. And like the channel stats and subs and whatnot bear that out as well. And the epic live streams we've been doing. I've really enjoyed this winter so far, and I think there's still more to come. Thank you so much, Sam, for being on the live stream tonight. Hello, send it! Putting to young Matthew. Send It's weather is on our channel tonight. Hello to you, my friend. Oh, if everyone says thank you to James 098, moderator on live stream as well. Thank you so much to our moderator James with his spanner. Other moderators might check in as the live stream progresses. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. Hello to Andrew Davies. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for being on live stream tonight. We've also got Matthew Orchard. Good evening, Gav, and plenty of rain last night and today. When's it going to stop? Yeah, it's a bit of a deluge. It's only a bit of a deluge week this week, isn't it? Not sure about cold and snow. It's just wet, isn't it? Hello to Paul James. Good evening to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being on live stream. Hope you're feeling a little bit better with your sciatica, Paul. Right, hello to Anne Smith. Good evening to you, Anne. Thanks so much for being on live stream. Got Asia Major, Roman Cotswolds as well. Alex Lang. Maybe the models can flip back again to brutal cold. If the models wobble, They might wobble again. Certainly is more than possible. Yeah, distinctly possible. Probably not like the weekend. I think that's our question. But like through next week, week after, who knows? Kieran, never brought into this, so can't be disappointed. Was never going to happen, sadly. Don't you think so, Kieran? I don't know. I thought it all looked quite well set a few days ago, I have to say. Hello to Dodgy Banana. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being on live stream tonight, Dodgy. We've got Laura Johnson, Trader Nature Show, saying good evening, Gav. Congrats on the 21k. Thank you so much, Laura. It's a joint effort, you know. It's a joint effort for me, hashtag Team Gav, and for all of us, for the entire GavsWeatherVids community. Thank you so much, Laura, for being on the live stream tonight. Hello to Stove, telling me to do it, and I did it. Got into you, my friend. Stove 117. Hello to you, my friend. That's a name from 2, I reckon. That's a name from the Weather Outlook that I recognise on the forum there many years ago. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? All right. Good evening to P. Hayes. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being here. Hello to Dandy, and Andrew Jones Maguire is on our live stream as well. We've got Mikey Pierce in with us as well. Mickey Pierce, good evening to you. Thanks so much for being here. Jay Nixon is asking, any chance of a flip back to coal? Why has it happened? What's your view for this PB split, and will it have an effect? So, any chance of a flip back to coal? Yes, could happen at any point. Why has it happened? There's more cyclogenesis and energy coming into the Atlantic, possibly associated with a coal plunge that's coming into Northern America at the moment, most likely, you know, impacted by that. Some degree cold air comes out of Eastern America, spills out into the Atlantic, blows up jet stream via cyclogenesis, and the fledgling Scandinavian high gets blown away. Basically. What's your view on PV split? Will it have any effect? If we get an SSW with a split type event, I reckon there's a very good chance that it will have a dramatic tropospheric response. I think the camera's blurred there. Dramatic tropospheric response, and that could turn things much colder, possibly even severely cold through February. The question is, will we get that? Will we get that scenario playing out of an SSW and a split? We've got to wait and see if that actually happens, because again, it's only forecast data at the moment. Right, okay, let's come down. It's funny how this camera's only ever blurring with Streamlabs. It very rarely blurs on OBS, I've noticed. So I'm wondering whether this might actually be... I'll be blaming it on my webcam, and I will still get a new webcam because it's getting old. But I wonder whether this is more of a Streamlabs issue. Anybody who send it. Matthew, do you live stream with Streamlabs? Have you noticed your webcam getting blurry on Streamlabs? I wonder if it's more of a Streamlabs issue, because I very rarely get this on OBS. So it's quite funny. Rome Crosshouse, another Traitors fan, main Gav. I've never watched it actually myself, but I am going to catch up because people tell me that it's very entertaining. Hello to Jason Stebbins. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being on our live stream tonight. Music Dude. Hi Gav. It's been very wet here for the past couple of days. The ensembles are still showing snow for the 28th, 29th January for Belfast. Sounds interesting, my friend. Sounds dramatic. Maybe screens streaming up. I don't know, but I only get this through Streamlabs. No, it's not you, Jason. It's either webcam. You know, my webcam is getting old, so you know, it's like me. It's like Gav, it's wearing out. But I don't get this very often on OBS, and it always seems to happen on Streamlabs, so it is quite odd. At GavsWeatherVids, use Streamlabs. I use Streamlabs. I don't think I've ever had an issue with that. Maybe it's just the webcam then, but like, it's quite strange that I don't get it on OBS very often. Is that going to clear things? That might be looking a bit clearer. Maybe I just had to get me polish out and, like, buff up me webcam. Perhaps perhaps he's just got a bit dusty or something. I don't. Right, let's start going through the data in because I don't want to run this live stream too long. We're hovering a close 100 concurrent viewers, 43 likes a stream. Please smash that like button, everybody. Pretty decent turnout, I think. It's like given but things have gone a little bit down the tube. Okay, so Jacob Element, I do agree with you. It's not a done deal. It could be winter 2012-2013, including cold March type winter. We shall see. My friend. Hello to Stephen Howe. Unfortunately, when it comes to very cold weather in the UK, too much can go wrong. Everything has to be right. It's true, isn't it? It's true. That's just where we are in the world. Sharam, why are models keeping changing on cold? They're just playing around with possibility, but it's not. We're not settling on it. And again, that's due to project stream, due to our place in the world next to the Atlantic, etc., etc., etc. Hi to Ben Clark, good evening to you. Hi to Steve Carter as well. Hi to you, my friend. Thanks for being on the live stream. I've got Hannah saying, hi, Gav. Sad about the model fails, but fingers crossed for February. Thanks so much for being here, Hannah. Liam saying, thank you, Gav. And to Dodgy Banana and Paul, no problem at all, my friend. Sam, it could be a tease on what's to come. Didn't we have a lot of teasing in 2017-18? Yes, that's true. Peter, say Met Office say snow, still possible in the east. Models might flip again. Yeah, that cold air is going to be just over the other side of the North Sea. So we'll wait and see. 105 concurrent viewers, 48 likes on stream. Please smash the like button. Everybody, thanks so much for doing that. Paul Dodd saying, hi, Gap, congrats on the 21k. Well done. Prague, end of Jan, looks milder now. Good question. I reckon it'll still be very cold over there. I haven't looked at it, in depth, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. Woodman saying the Met Office still sees a decent chance of cold in their deep dive. I think it's 33% cold easterly. Maybe, yeah. I wouldn't rule anything out. Do not rule anything out at the moment. We are going to be delaying, I think, any easterlies. But this is not over. This is not over. James 098, I think they'll flip back to cold. I won't be at all surprised, my friend. Kieran saying none of these cold spell predictions have really delivered, Gav. I always temper my expectations and want to be surprised. I don't think I will be. Not looking good at the moment unless you love rain. It's all wet, isn't it, Kieran? Been pouring for days and we've got more of it still to come. Hello to G. Kelly. The models are useless, even can't forecast it right. It's a blow, isn't it? It's a blow. Right, hello to Shib saying, was more chance of Oscar Pistorius getting athletes thought blimey. Well, I don't know. Hello to Weather Elliot. Good evening to you. Thank you so much. Thinks it's a teaser. Hello to you, Elliot. Earth Extreme. Cold interest within the EPS, which has not backed down. All looking quite interesting, man. And Robert Gray, what's cancelled? Brutal cold for the end of January is cancelled. Maybe not though. Let's have a look. We're going to do daytime now. Thanks so much, everyone. Been amazing live stream. But it's time to crack on and have a look at Data time. So I'm so sorry, everyone. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. We're display capturing on this Wednesday evening. It's 7:25 on the 21st of January 2025 with 105 likes, with 105 concurrent viewers, I should say, 51 likes on the stream. If you could please smash that like button, everybody, and let YouTube know that you're enjoying this live stream. We have reached and hit 21,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Neil Temple, Met Office, BBC Weather, and other weather apps don't even know what's going to happen. The apps are absolutely hopeless most of the time, and particularly in a very complex setup such as the one we're in. They will just be chopping and changing with each individual GFS and whatnot operation. But, oh, wow. Thank you so much, Kieran, for the super chat. Blimey, stick your fingers in your ears, everyone. Super chat. Super chat. Woo. Kieran, I wasn't expecting that. Blimey, you've given me so much, Kieran, and GavsWeatherVids. That's amazing. As dismal as the models are, Gav, thanks for all you do. Let's hope we see a huge PV split as per the GEFS12Z, because then it could be game on. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Paul James, you're a very generous man to Kieran. He certainly is. Hello to Trevor Fuller. Good evening to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being on the live stream. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Kieran. That's unbelievable. I was not expecting that. And brings us very nicely onto the data, doesn't it? So, right, where should we go first? Well, I'll tell you what, let's have a look. Shall I have a look at the strap? Why don't we have a look at the strap? No, let's do that last, because this might end up on a bit of a downer, so that the strap might give us something to play with, you know. In terms of the climax, never say Gav's not a showman and doesn't like, doesn't think about how he's going to climax on his streams. So, we're going to start off with the UK Bet Euro run, all the midnight 6 etc. runs featured in today's 10-14 day. Make sure you check that out. And that's awesome. We're going to be focusing purely and totally on the 12s. So, we've got UK Met Euro run with high pressure northeast, low pressure to west southwest for Saturday, drawing up a southerly southeasterly flow. Now, we're going to go through, of course, of next week. So where's the easterly? Where's the Scandinavian high? Well, it is there into the far north of Scotland on Sunday. Otherwise, it's not there, is it? And then we go through into next week, and this is our issue. This is our problem. This low just here, spoiling all of these little daughter lows and whatnot on the southern, whatnot on the southern side. Hang on, let's turn figures down. No, yeah, we've got plenty of low pressure in the Atlantic, plenty of activity, and so the lows keep spiralling in. That's how we look when we get to next Wednesday. It's the 28th of January. So this is not a mild pattern. We are actually on the cold side of the jet stream. The rough position of the jet is this black line down here, and that is actually going down into Spain, which would normally be quite good and would allow cold air, cold air. But the problem is the blocking has reduced up to the north, and that's happened because we've got so much explosive activity and cyclogenesis and low pressure in the North Atlantic. It's not a mild pattern. It's quite a cold pattern, actually. But this is cold enough, I would have thought, for a very significant amount of snow over the Scottish mountains. It's cold zonality, basically. Really good pattern for the Scottish ski resorts. And even areas further south might get a wintry surprise. So, for example, with this area of low into Biscay, if that comes up into what is pretty chilly air, give it a bit of, evaporative cooling and, a bit of this and a bit of that. That might deliver a wintry surprise to a place like Wales and the Midlands. It's that kind of pattern. It's not a fundamentally very cold pattern. We need more blocking to the north and to be really dragging in most easterly winds. But neither is it a particularly mild pattern either. So don't be running away with the idea, but we're talking about long fetch southwesterlies from the Azores and all of that kind of thing. Right, okay, so that's that one done. Icon 12s is looking like this. Again, we've got low pressure out in the Atlantic, and that is spiralling in from the west. Spiral. Who remembers Spiral in the live chat? Whatever happened to Spiral? Anyway, that's spiraling in low pressure as we're going into next week. No easterly, but not especially mild. Lots of cold rain coming in with that. Most likely, that's how we look with the icon when we get to be like next Thursday, 29th of January. Somebody tracking low pressure across northern parts of France. Probably not cold, nothing so on the northern edge, and you'll notice again no particular northern blocking, although high-ish heights to the north and to the northeast there, but much reducing the northern blocking signal that the models were playing with a couple of days ago. The GFS 12Z is looking like this. So again, high pressure backing it out with low pressure at the end of this week into the weekend. A little bit more of that high pressure up to the northeast, but it's this explosive looking low with a central pressure of about 945 millibars. It's a very deep area of low pressure in the middle of the North Atlantic. That is going to just obliterate, I think, that blocking area of high pressure. So in comes west-southwest instead of easterlies. Early next week, we've got west-southwesterlies heading in with deep low pressure bringing lots of wet and windy, perhaps quite stormy weather sweeping in from off the Atlantic. Heading up to day 10 and beyond it. Turning a bit drier and colder, break in the areas of low. Heights beginning to rise here in the opening days of February. So turning drier and colder, overnight frost and fog, etc. for early February. And that high pressure getting to Scandi, we're sending it to Scandi by the 6th of February. So what the GFS was forecasting a couple of days ago for the last week of January, it's basically now forecasting for the first week of February. Will we actually get there? Will we actually put it off? Well, if we get an SW, we've got a better chance, I think, through February than we have in late January. If you're enjoying this live stream, please do like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to everyone for doing that. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all about videos and content. Blimey, Kieran. Don't forget to tell your friends, your family, your neighbour, your doctor, your vicar, your mother-in-law, your colleagues, your co-workers, and your customers to subscribe as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Thank you so much, Kieran, for the channel membership gifts. 10 channel memberships have been gifted by the amazing Kieran Bushell. Thank you so much, my friend. That is unbelievable. So, congratulations to Paul James. Congratulations to Thomas Marcel, I think it is. Congratulations to Callum. Congratulations to Maximus. Congratulations to Sean Conway. Congratulations to Stephen Flynn. Congratulations to Aaron, I think that is. And congratulations to NGT. Congratulations to Whiskey Jack, love the name. And congratulations to Dark Lion. You have 1 month's channel membership for free for GavsWeatherVids, courtesy of the amazing Kieran Bushnell. Thank you so much, Kieran. Unbelievable generosity, my friend. I know you can afford it, so it's absolutely, there's no problem with that. But, it's just absolutely unbelievable. The support you give me is crazy. Thank you so much, Kieran. I love it. We have hit 21,000 subscribers. What a celebration live stream. Thank you so much, everyone. Christopher Ahmed saying, just renewed my membership, Gav. Got a thing in February. Will be very interesting. I think it will be, my friend. Blimey, Matthew saying a hell of a dart, but thanks so much to Christopher for renewing your membership. Thank you. And also we have got Dandy saying, thanks again, Kieran, very kind of you. It certainly is, isn't it? Certainly is. And yeah, I agree. I think we are in for more. I think we're in for more in February. I think February could turn out to be very interesting. Right, let's get back to it, then. So, GM. We've got high pressure northeast, low pressure south. But GM's never really been set on this easterly. So, could be hats off to GM. I don't know. Anyway, Saturday, we've got high pressure northeast, low pressure to the west, southwest, battling it out, duking it out, even. Now, beyond that, so probably dryish and quite chilly. Could be quite cold, actually, into the beginning of next week. But very quickly, we've got dartboard lows sweeping in from off the Atlantic, keeping the deluge going. And the low pressure keeps on coming all the way up to day 10, where we find ourselves under a deep area of low pressure. Again, the jet stream is to our south, jet stream going into Spain, Portugal, and whatnot. We are under low pressure. We're very close to starting to bring colder air in. Oops, let's go back day 10. We're very close to starting to bring colder air in to the north, into the far north of Scotland. Again, we're just centering under that area of low pressure. We've got to send it. We've got to send below a bit further southward. Okay, I think we'll have a look at the ECM at Metro Cellar. And then we'll be able to sit out to 360 hours. So we want to go there. And we want to go there, and then we want to go there, and there, and there, and there. I could be an airline steward, couldn't I? Right, okay, so this is how Isham is looking at the weekend. High pressure, duking it out to the northeast with low pressure to the west and to the southwest. Now, much more of an easterly feed. That's the first thing to get on the table with the ECM through the weekend into the beginning of next week. Stronger pressure is seen there to the northeast into the start of next week. Low pressure struggling to get in from off the Atlantic. That looks a bit of a synoptic outlier compared to all other model data, but it does add a further twist to the plot, further fuel to the fire. There may still be the chance of a late switch back to more blocked and colder conditions through the weekend into the beginning of next week. Let's see what's going to happen. So a right old ding-dong going on there with with low pressure out to the west and high pressure to... We hit 21k, so you've got to be a bit giddy. We hit 21k, so surely. We've got plenty of low pressure out to the west and high pressure to the northeast. So what's going to come of that? It looks like it could deliver something which I reckon that will deliver a surf event there through the early part of next week with this low. It's not getting in as easily as it is on the other model output, and so I reckon that's bringing cold air in from the east of the continent, and I think that could well be quite a substantial surf event there through to the early to middle part of next week. And the low is kind of moving away from us, so the ECM adding a twist to this, isn't it? Definitely. So even up to the end of next week, actually, the ECM is looking quite cold, I have to say. The wind is from the south, but the air is originating east of south. So, 30th of January, 31st of January, now we're starting to switch the wind back into southwesterly. But we're talking about 192 to 216 hours, a very long way out in this kind of pattern. It does sound a bit less cold right there for month's end, but then check that out below, beginning to sink away to the south, and colder air is starting to come back from the north again. So into the beginning of February, well, we haven't got much of a Scandinavian high, but we have got cold air but has sunk back down across the country. Now we've got a deep dartboard going on, and that is reverting us to like a proper west-southwesterly. So into the first week of February, it does turn definitively milder there. We lose the blocking, but I would say the ECM is really throwing a fuel to the fire here and is giving us another twist to the plot. And, certainly there, 132 hours. At that point, we've still got much more in the way of blocking compared to the other models. These low pressures are struggling against that block of cold air compared to the other models, and there is a risk, a threat, maybe quite a substantial one, of a significant snow event there, I think, affecting particularly England and Wales, actually, sometime around the middle of next week, and the cold air actually wins the battle briefly until we get to about month's end. So, fuel to the fire from the ECM. What do we make of that? Let's go back to the live chat. Hello to MMK. The ECM dev hanging on. It's very interesting. It's holding on, isn't it? Hang on to the wreckage. Cling on to the wreckage. Das Hey. Hey, Gav. How's your ding dong? It's all right, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Hello to Isaac Shaw. Good evening to you. Got to be a bit giddy when we hit 21k subscribers, ain't ya? Good evening to Isaac. Thank you so much for being on our live stream tonight. Good evening to Isaac Shaw. So much for being here. Robert Bennett, how long is the lag effect with an SSW? It's how long's a piece of string, really? So normally within a couple of weeks, you expect to see a transparent response. Sometimes a response can happen quicker than that, can be within a week. Sometimes it can be a bit longer, 3 to 4. I reckon if we get an SSW, a proper one, with a split, etc., we'll have a quick response this year, given that the modelling is already trying to go in, or the atmospheric setup, I should say, is already trying to go into a block type setup. Right, okay, hello to Elif, good evening to you, my friends. Hello Gav, how does it look for Denmark? Cold, over the other side of the North Sea, no problem. I think you're going to have quite a lot of cold weather coming through there. Hello to Transport Manchester and Oliver Harbour, good evening to you, thank you so much. Right, let's start having a look at a little bit of strat data then. Gav, there are a lot of PB splits of a 12 GEFS. That brings me on to the next point. Thank you so much, Kieran. Right, so we're going to go to the operational GFS run, and we'll have a look at normal house here and 10 HPA. Here we go then. So currently we have got a body swarming of a strat taking place over Siberia with those orange and yellow colours there. The polar vortex with cold temperatures at their roots in the stratosphere, blue and purple colours, you know, over top of the pole just there. Right, let's run through then, and we see the first warming over Siberia kind of fizzles out. Another warming though next week is likely to route through eastern Canada, North Atlantic and into southern parts of Greenland. That warming expands out but doesn't get any more deeper as we go up to about 180 hours. Right, let's follow this through then and see where we go after that. So, check this out. We find that the warming intensifies over Canada and Greenland, heading into the North Pole, stretching the stratospheric polar vortex at its roots, and there you see it. We split the SPV when we get through to the 4th of February. That should do everything you expect an SSW to do. I would expect that would reverse as a wind at 10 HPA 60 degrees north. It's certainly a split type event with a familiar two loads of blue spiraling off onto either side of the mid-latitudes. One going down towards the Pacific, one sinking down in towards the Atlantic. That looks like it should have quite a dramatic tropospheric response, I think, in the form of northern blocking. So SSW, I think, there on the GFS 12 then operation run. Right, let's start going through the ensembles though, and see how they are looking with this potential for SSW. So this is the control run, and well, the control run just about splits the PV. Got two loads of blue. That's a bit short of an SSW, not reached a particularly dramatic temperature there, I have to say, but the control is splitting the SPV. Ensemble member number 1 is looking like that. Again, bit of a split of the stratospheric polar vortex. Ensemble member 2 looks like that, not going for it. Ensemble member number 3 looks like that. That's quite a dramatic SSW and a split type event that's being forecast there. Ensemble member number 4 is looking like that. PB stretched to its limits by the very end. Ensemble member number 5 is looking like that. Hints at a split of the SPV there by the end. Ensemble member number 6 is looking like that, not going for it. Ensemble member number 7 is looking like that, very dramatic with ensemble member number 7. That is a classic split of the stratospheric polar vortex and looks like it would be a dramatic sudden stratospheric warming event that will reverse solar winds and produce, you would think, a relatively quick tropospheric response. Ensemble member number 8 looks like that. Wow, 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 wow. Ensemble member number 8 really going for it. That is a dramatic sudden stratospheric warming and split type event. Ensemble member number 9 looks like that. Again, we're splitting the SPV with ensemble member number 9. Ensemble member number 10 is looking like that, almost splitting the SPV, not quite. Ensemble member number 11 is looking like that. Again, that's splitting the stratospheric polar vortex. So again, you see the two loads of blue. The split comes in with the two loads of blue being pulled apart. One sink down Canada, North America. One load of blue sink down into Russia. In between, we get these vibrant colours. That's where you expect to see the blocking, perhaps particularly focused around Greenland and Scandinavia. I always think these SSWs that happen around Canada, North Atlantic and Greenland, whilst rarer, if they're split type events, they do have more of an impact on Northern Europe. I have to say these are very interesting looking ensembles tonight. Ensemble member number 11 is just about splitting the SPV, 12 I should say, about splitting the SPV. Ensemble member number 13 13 is looking like that. Dramatic sudden stratospheric warming and split type event. Ensemble member number 14 is looking like that. Again, split type event. Ensemble member number 15 looks like this. Ensemble member number 16 looks like that. Not really going for it, but not far off from a split. Ensemble member number 17 looks like that. Ensemble member number 18 is looking like that. Almost splitting the SPV. Ensemble member number 19 is looking like this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's very dramatic sudden stratospheric warming and split type event. Ensemble member number 20 is looking like this. Ensemble member number 21, again, that's an SSW split type event. Ensemble member 21 looks like that. Ensemble member number 22 is looking like that. Goodness gracious, check that one out. Wow, wow, wow. Ensemble member number 23 is looking like that. Ensemble member number 24 is looking like that. Ensemble member number 25 is looking like that. Again, that's going for it big time. Split type event as well. It's interesting that most of these are, or all of these actually, but are split events. So, no, sometimes you get split types SSW, sometimes, or more often actually, get displacement type SSW. If we get an SSW, it looks like the modelling definitely wants this to be a split type event, so that is interesting as well. Ensemble member number 26, split type events I think have a more dramatic tropospheric response, as I say, for Northern Europe. Ensemble member number 26 not really going for it though. Ensemble member number 27 looks like that. Ensemble member number 28 is looking like that. Ensemble member number 29 is looking like this, splitting the SPV, and ensemble member number 30 finally looks like that, also splitting the SPV. Wow, wow, wow. Very interesting data there. 139 still concurrent viewers, 73 likes on the stream. Please smash that like button and let YouTube know that you're enjoying and have enjoyed this live stream. We're nearly at the end now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ryan saying, what kind of tropospheric responses happen with a split? Both SSW type split and displacement increase the chance of tropospheric blocking within the high latitudes, but I always think that split type events for Northern Europe anyway tend to have more dramatic chances there. It doesn't guarantee, nothing is a guarantee in the weather and climatology, but a split type event tends to have a more dramatic tropospheric response for Northern Europe and the North Atlantic anyway, in terms of blocking. So this is not over. This winter is not over. Best Crazy Boy, thank you to you, my friend, for being on the live stream tonight. Good evening to you. And hello to Jacob Ellerman. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Gislin, Gab, you always overpromise and underdeliver. Lol, blimey, bit of shade for Gab there. I don't know. We'll see. Isaac, at GavsWeatherVids, the Met Office aren't sure the models are behaving normally. They probably aren't, no, with Northern blocking them out. They feel there's a chance with the easterlies this winter. They put it at 33%. So I have heard. I think one last piece of the puzzle is the SSW. If we get the SSW and it's a split type event, then as I've said, I think we could find ourselves plunging into the freezer in February. So Juicy, did we have a split in 2018? Yes, we did. That was a SSW split type event, and there was a lot of Canadian, Atlantic, Greenland type warming associated with that as well. Kieran, all bets are off if we get a major SSW, and February, March could be game on, win-win. Last year's minor SSW, I think, also contributed to dry, warm spring and summer as well. It probably did. Yes, I think it probably did. Yeah, I agree, Kieran. All bets are off, and rule nothing in, rule nothing out. Fish saying, how long do SSW effects last for? It depends. Every SSW is different. Sometimes we'll get a brief response, sometimes a longer response. The beast from the east was very extreme in 2018, was pretty short-lived actually, and very quickly faded away. But it did come back again later on in March. But then we've got the example of 2013, where the winter just got colder and colder and colder after the SSW that occurred in early January, and we ended up with that brutal cold March, which undoubtedly was at least partly down to the sudden stratospheric warming event that happened in January of 2013. So again, every year is different, every winter is different. It's all individual, and it just depends. It just depends, my friend. So let's wait and see. We've got to actually get the SSW. And don't forget, we've got the ECM already trying to hold on to cold even through the weekend and next week. So even next week is not sorted out there. The ECM 12Z as Aaron, I think that is. Aaron is saying, ECM is literally the last holding hope currently for this cold spell. It's still there, though, isn't it? So even next week is not decided yet. There is time for further changes, and we shall see how it all plays out. We will, of course, be keeping you updated at GavsWeatherVids. Right, there we go, Ben. Well, that's been an interesting live stream, hasn't it? Interesting stream. Hello, TB. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being on the live stream tonight. Kieran saying, when's your next members gap? Almost looking new members. It will be next week, Kieran. It would normally be next Wednesday. That's the 28th of January, 8 p.m. I've got a personal thing that I'm going to be doing next Wednesday. I'm not going to go into details about it, but I'm going to be doing something next Wednesday. So there's not going to be a second channel member live stream 8 p.m. Wednesday next week as normal. Though it will either be, I would have thought either Tuesday evening or Thursday evening next week. And I will let everybody know. And I'm so sorry, but I can't do it next Wednesday. But I've got something that I'm doing next Wednesday. So yeah. So watch this space. I'll let everybody know on the community page, and that's going to be epic and awesome. Kira was saying, holding me to promise a beat up and a dinner on you. Definitely, my friend. We'll make it happen. Hello to Roman. Good evening to you. Thank you so much, Roman, for being on the live stream tonight. Right, we're going to end it there. She's been here for nearly an hour. I didn't want this stream to go on that long, actually. But we had to live stream tonight. We hit 21k subscribers. It's been absolutely epic and awesome. Thank you so much for an amazing live stream. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Kieran Bushnell. Unbelievable, Kieran. Super chat, large super chat donation, and all of those channel membership gifts. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Kieran, and thank you so much to each and every one of you for getting us to 50. What am I talking about? 50. Getting us to 21. I wish it's 50. Getting us to 21. Hello to Gordy. Going to you, Gordy. Thanks for being on live stream tonight. Thanks so to each of you for getting us to 21,000 subscribers. It's epic. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. And I thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Gav's still here. I'm still hanging on in there, clinging on to the wreckage. And GavsWeatherVids continues to roll on. And we're going to keep going throughout the rest of this winter and hopefully onwards beyond that as well. Hello to Adam Billard. Good evening to you. That's a blast from the past, that name. Hello to you, Adam. Hope you're doing okay, my friend. Jason Stebbins. Thanks for a great live stream, Gav. No problem at all, my friend. Debbie the Chicken Crazy. Still little hopes and serious card. I think so, Debbie. Robert Bennett. Another superb stream. Thank you so much, my friend. That's incredibly kind of you. It's been good tonight, hasn't it? So, thank you so much to James298 for moderating as well. Thank you so much, James, for being here with your spanner. I love it. Right, we're going to end it there. Lots to keep an eye on. So, is the ECM an outlier, or is it onto something? Clinging on to that colder air next week. If it's onto something, next week could turn out to be colder and more wintry than these bonds have suggested tonight. And the brutal cold is probably cancelled, but like cold, late January could still manifest, could still materialise. And then we're going to wait and see what happens, beyond that. In terms of the SSW, if we get it in early February, then all bets are off for later in February. And I will just say, watch this space. Right. Okay, we'll end it there. Thank you so much, everyone. Touch screen, Gaz, say Kieran. OT happy to get some memberships. No problem at all. Thank you so much, my friend. Right, hello to Jack Lowe. My good friend Jack saying, well done, Gav, on 21k. Excellent work. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for the amazing Jack Lowe. Right, we're going to end it there. So you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Next live stream, as I've been saying, live stream could pop up at any time, really. So we might do a Turtles Head roundup tomorrow. If it's looking interesting, we might do that live. Pub run live, I would have thought, definitely. This Friday and Sunday live stream, obviously, it's a given. So plenty of opportunities to catch up and chat and go live again. You enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. For this one, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again very soon, and bye for now.